We have been to Isla Mujeres several times. One time we took a ferry, and then the other time we took a catamaran. But this time, when we were in Playa Mujeres, we took a private sailboat trip over to Isla Mujeres. And it was so amazing, I had to do a whole separate video about it just to show you. We booked the trip directly through the company, and we used Sailing Mare, who was referred to us by our friend Nacho. And we communicated via WhatsApp with the captain directly. So I will include the WhatsApp in the description below so you can contact him to book the same trip. Now, we were only a party of 4, but the boat that we were on could have accommodated up to 10 people. But they also have other boats that can accommodate more. So for instance, we saw a bridal party boarding one of the sailboats, and I thought, what a fun way to celebrate and create a really memorable event. I was also surprised at how affordable the trip was. So for basically the same amount of money it would have cost us to book an excursion through the resort, we got a private sailing tour and we could completely customize our trip. We were staying at the Excellence in Playa Mujeres, and if you watch the full review that I did on this resort, you will know that I loved the fact that Isla Mujeres was directly across from this resort. Like, you could see it from your beach chair. But since we were only staying at the resort for 3 nights, we didn't want to take an entire day away from the resort to do an excursion. So the fact that we could customize it and really make this trip our own was really amazing. We arranged the trip directly with the captain via WhatsApp, and I will put the WhatsApp number in the description so you can contact him directly as well. And the communication was amazing. He let us know all of the details, asked us questions about, where we wanted to go, what we were interested in, and prepared us by letting us know what we should bring. So our trip included some light snacks, also beer and alcohol. So they had vodka, tequila, I think rum as well. And they have a whole area downstairs with a cooler, so if you wanted to bring your own food and drinks, you could as well. So really the only thing that you would need to bring were towels and sunscreen, and I also brought the sunscreen hoodie, which is great if you're taking a boat trip because it really does protect you from that hot sun while you're on the boat. You could also bring your own snorkeling gear, but they have that for you as well if you stop and snorkel. It was actually my first time on a sailboat, so I was a little nervous, but the staff was really great and they guided us the whole way, and safety was the top priority during the entire trip. So on the way to Isla Mujeres, they will stop at a shipwreck if you want to snorkel. And there were a ton of fish and people were loving the snorkeling there. We decided not to snorkel this time just because we wanted a shorter trip. But we did spend a few minutes there, and you could just see right down. The water is so clear and you could tell that the snorkeling was really good here. Since Isla Mujeres is right there, it is a pretty short boat ride. Now, the sailboat, it takes a little bit longer, but it's a very, very relaxing ride. We had beautiful weather, and they even spotted some turtles for us along the way. So on the way out, we basically just had drinks and listened to music and just enjoyed the beautiful, beautiful ride to Isla Mujeres. And then once you get to Isla Mujeres, they take you over to the Playa Norte side, which Playa Norte is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And they anchor offshore so that you can swim over, you can spend time in the water, you can go to shore if you want, you can really do whatever you want. They give you about 40 to 45 minutes before it's time for the next stop. Now, one thing I wish we would have brought was our waterproof case for the GoPro and for our phones, because we left them on the boat because we didn't want to get them damaged, and I wish we had something to capture how beautiful it really was over on that side of the island. Now, when we got back on the boat, they served us fresh fruit and snacks and little sandwiches and of course drinks as well. Now from here, they will take you to the other side and dock, and you can actually walk into town and shop around a little bit. However, we decided not to do that because we really just wanted a short trip and to get back and enjoy the resort a little bit more. So from there, we started to make our trip back to the port and just had a beautiful, relaxing ride while listening to music, enjoying drinks, and the beautiful views. I absolutely loved this private sailing trip to Isla Mujeres so much. In fact, I felt like I was on my own boat. So even though I have loved the other excursions that we've taken on and met some great people, there's something to be said about a private experience. So you don't have to go around picking up other people at resorts or waiting for them or buying tickets. that it truly is a private experience and you don't have to take an entire day away from the resort and come back completely exhausted. So we were still able to go off the resort a little bit, feel like we had a full excursion, but in half the time. And really, almost for the same price it would have cost us to book an excursion at the resort. And I will put the information in the description for Sailing Mare and the number to reach Captain Luis directly so you can book this trip. And keep following us at 3 Days and Tres Noches while we keep bringing you on fun adventures and bringing you that real, honest, to the point information about the travel destinations that we go to.